Sorry about that, y'all. John 18, and let's start at verse 33.
Then Pilate entered into the judgment hall again, and called Yeshua and said unto him, Art thou the king of the Jews? Yeshua answered him, Sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it to thee?
This is the reason why I'm starting here. It's because for so many of our people, ladies and gentlemen, they're only regurgitating what other people have said. I see this all the time when we, especially young boys, young people try to debate us. We already told them we're not debating. It's not a debate. It's what the word says. Huh? If you want to believe Esau and Japheth, wait on Japheth to take over the world. We'll see. Okay? We're going to the kingdom. We're not trying to go back and forth with this. Okay? All right? If you want to believe that this day is not Sabbath, it's okay. All right. Hey, if you want to believe that Northern Kingdom ain't, okay. Just go wake up somebody. Anybody. Just wake somebody up. Okay? Just wake somebody up. Okay? Whatever. It doesn't matter. Just do the work. If you want to say what name is this, okay, it's cool. Just pray to the Most High. Right? Most High, right? All right, okay. All right, go ahead. I'm not going back and forth about that. Okay? It's okay. But read that again, what Yeshua said to him. He says, what?
Sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it thee of me?
Are you saying these things about Hamashiach because he told you, or you only just saying it when you heard some other teacher say it? Because if you're only saying what somebody else said, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have a relationship. And this is the problem amongst Israel. Because people are relying on everyone else to be your study time. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. As the Most High brings my wife, okay, I will not allow the magazines to tell me how to love her. I'm not going to allow the magazines and talk shows to tell me how I should treat her. Okay? I'm going to talk to her about that. What you like? What it be like? You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? What's your name? What's your side? That's just what her interests are.
Just make you smile when I sit down.
You're going to be there for a while. You're going to cruise. You're running through and it's all around. You know what I mean? I'm not going to. But what I'm talking about is this is about relationship. I can't live off your faith. You can't live off my faith. You got to know them for yourself. I remember when I was, this is way back when I was in the Christian church before I got saved. I went through this phase where, you know, I was all into Malcolm X and I was even in rocking with the 5%ers and all that. And then I went from that and got me a Quran and thought, okay, listen, well, I'm going to be a Muslim. This is the black man's religion. Praise the Most High, they got me out of that foolishness. Quick. But it was always, because I wasn't raised in the church, there was always still a connection back to Messiah, and I kept saying, you know, I want to know about it, so I kept talking to people in the church, talking to older people, doing, you know, this and that. And he said, just one night, out of the blue, he said to me, he said, you've been asking everybody else about me. When are you going to ask me about me? And it changed my life, because I was like, wow. Not only did he come to me, but he want to know me. Feel me? So whatever I'm talking about him, I'm talking about him because I'm talking to him every day. But I can tell quickly when I'm talking to somebody who don't know him personally, because they're only just regurgitating, you know, surface stuff. What did he do for you? He saved my soul. What else? Because if that's all he did, you don't know him. I don't drink no more because of him. That's cool. All praise. But what else? Because you told me that 5 years ago.
Well.
Right? So Yeshua asked him, he said, are you saying this because somebody told you that? Or do you really know that I'm the king, right? Go ahead.
35. Pilate answered, am I a Jew?
Wow. This is what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, when you're going back and forth trying to convince people, convince the Gentiles that you're Israel. Why are y'all doing that? I don't need their approval. Because it was like, yo man, am I a Jew? Listen, when Joe Biden made a statement and said, you ain't black unless you vote for me. Like, man, that dude in the spirit. He in the spirit. Like, what you mean? I said, you're right, because Israel ain't. You're in the spirit. They're like, man, that's disrespectful. Now, I'm like, that dude's speaking big facts. You know what I'm saying? Speaking big facts, homie. I done gave him a high five. Boy, the spirit. Go ahead.
Thine own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done?
Go ahead.
Yeshua answered, my kingdom is not of this world.
My kingdom is not of this world.
If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight.
Whoa. Whoa. Wow. This is how I define in 2020 who's with Yeshua, who isn't. If you're fighting for this world, if you have a Black Lives Matter shirt on, if you have a Christmas tree up in your house, if you have anything remotely connected to anything outside of Yeshua, you're not with them.
That's right, that's right.
Because he said, what?
If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight.
That's why you don't see Israel out there protesting. Now you see Jacob out there. Jacob's out there deep. But you don't see Israel. Because ladies and gentlemen, you know you don't go from Jacob to Israel until you have that encounter.
Come on now, come on now.
You was born Jacob, but you don't become Israel until you have that encounter. But we're not done yet, because we must go from Jacob to Israel to what? The remnant. Because all Israel is out of Israel. And all of Israel ain't making it. Only the remnant will make it. So this is why we must reestablish, we must make the disconnection, cut the cords in order to reestablish the connection.
Must be connected.
Come? Now, that's all I needed out of that. Let's go to Haggai, first chapter. Listen, that's the definer right there. If you're fighting for anything in this world, he's saying you're not my servant. Because if my kingdom was of this world, my servant would fight. The firm John says all the time, what? My haircut is gonna burn. I'm telling you, I ain't throwing no flames on it. But I sure ain't throwing no water on it either. I ain't throwing the charcoal out there. But I sure ain't throwing no water either. You know what I'm saying? That guy. First chapter. Let's start at verse 3. Watch this.
Then came the word of the Most High by Haggai the prophet, saying,
Right?
it is time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses, and the house lie waste.
And this house lie waste. Boy, we've been so busy as black folks building our spots up, ain't we? Working on our assemblies, working on our houses. But the most our house lay waste. Right?
Right.
Look what he said, verse 4. Slack, verse 5.
Now therefore, thus saith the Most High of hosts, consider your ways.
Consider your ways. Thus says the Most High. What are you doing, ladies and gentlemen, every day to build the nation of Israel? See, this is why I love what we have here in North Carolina. I love this. Because, as I said before, when you look around, you have several different assemblies here. But our mindset has one mindset. Israel. And as I told that sister that I was talking to the other day, she's from outside the state, I said, hey, I don't mean to brag, but you ain't really seen this nowhere else across America. And I give all glory to the Most High. We shocked the world last September when we brought the whole country in here for the conference. They didn't believe. It's like, all of y'all together? Y'all did it together? Yeah, how much y'all get paid? Nothing. Y'all didn't make no money? No. Y'all didn't sell no tickets? No. What y'all do with the offers? Gave it away. What? Yeah. They can't understand that. And sometimes it's hard for me to understand. That I can meet a sister, meet a brother at one event, and then next thing I know, my cash app fall, and I just met him. Or I get a message and say, yo, brother, just want you to know we're praying for you. Or the next Shabbat, they show up. Or the next Shabbat, we in their spot. And we family. This is a beautiful thing that the Most High is doing. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
But look what he said. He said, well, consider your ways. Go ahead.
You have so much and bring in little.
We have so much, but we're bringing in little. Go ahead.
You eat, but you have not enough.
Right.
You drink, and you are not filled with drink.
Right.
You clothe, but there is none more.
Right.
And ye that earn of wages to put into a bag with holes.
This is the epitome of the so-called black, so-called African-American community right now. No matter how much money they bringing in, this is what it looks like in the end. Why? Verse 7.
Thus saith the Most High of Hosts, consider your ways.
Consider your ways. What is it that we need to consider? Verse 8.
Go up to the mountain and bring wood and build a house, and I will take pleasure in it, and I will be glorified, saith the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
You looked for much, and lo, it came to little. And when you brought it home, I did blow.
Hold on. He said he did what?
And when you brought it home, I did blow upon it.
Who blew upon it?
I did blow upon it.
Wow. You didn't know that was the Most High that was taking your money, did you? You didn't know that was the Most High drying up the rain, did you? You've been blaming the devil when it's really the Most High. That's one of the most crippling things that our Christian brothers and sisters are holding on to right now. Everything go wrong. Boy, the devil. The devil is like, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with it. The devil like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. He done tied my hand when it come to you. He doing that. We blame the devil for everything. If you ask me right now, who do you think brought Corona is? That's the devil. Why all this is happening? Oh, it's the devil. Why everybody losing their jobs and people losing their business? Oh man, it's the devil. It's the Most High. That's why we started in 1 Peter 4. I wanted you to see what judgment is starting at. You need to understand why these things are happening to you. That's the only way you're going to cut the cords, to reestablish the connection. It's a hard thing for people to realize and accept the fact that's the Most High doing these things to us. That he put us in captivity. That he's causing the wrath to come to us. But one thing we're going to thank him for it, if we haven't begun to think of it already. Watch this. Go ahead, D. What else you say? Let's start from the top, verse 9.
You looked for much, and lo, it came to little.
Right.
And when you brought it home, I did blow upon it.
Uh-huh.
Why?
He said, why did this happen?
Saith the Most High of Hosts, because of mine house that is waste, and you run every man into his own house.
Because you ain't thinking about me. You putting your own focus on your own house, your own family, and you ain't thinking about me. At the beginning of the year, this is the year 2020, you're going to be able to see your blessing. You saw it yet? Every prophet and their mamas had 2020 vision. Now they got a bunch of cataracts.
I see spots from my
I
eyes.
see this about to come out. Now you got the pastors going back, changing prophecy. Yo, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. I was on, but I was off. The Lord told me this, but now the Lord is saying this. But I think he did. I ain't never seen the Most High have to repent for anything. He told me, listen, Donald Trump is going to be the president of the United States. Weeks later, listen, Joe Biden. Hey, man. That's what happens, man. That's what happens, man, when you allow witches and warlocks, to lead you. Right? Watch this. Verse 10.
Therefore the heaven over you is stayed from dew, and the earth is stayed from her fruit. And I call for a drought upon the land.
What he did, what?
And I call for a drought upon the land.
What else?
And upon the mountains, and upon the corn, and upon the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon that which the ground bringeth forth, and upon men, and upon cattle, and upon all the labors of the land.
Y'all see that? This is why. But they're not going to bring this out. It's easy to say it's the devil. Because as long as we're blaming the devil or the so-called Gentiles, there's no accountability for us. We say it's everybody else's fault but us. But look at what our ancestors did, verse 12.
Then Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, and Joshua, the son of Jehozadak, the high priest, with all the remnant of the people.
With the who?
The remnant of the people, and all the people obeyed the voice of the Most High.
They did, hold on, they did what?
Obeyed the voice of the Most High.
No, they let their voice be heard.
Obeyed the voice of the Most High.
Nah, they making sure that the world hear their voice.
Obeyed the voice of the Most High.
Uh-huh.
Their Yah, and the words of Haggai the prophet, as the Most High their Yah had sent him, and the people did fear before the Most High.
Y'all see that? So once we stop talking and start listening, that's when change comes. Because the system is telling us constantly, let your voice be heard. Let your voice be heard. When this Bible is saying, listen to my voice. What happened to Peter on the Mount of Configuration when he was up there running his mouth? What did the Most High say? Shut up, Peter! I'm going to just give it to you in black folk terms. Shut up, Peter! There's my son. Hear ye him. But that's not what they telling us in the world. That's not what we're hearing everywhere else. Let your voice be heard. And I'm going to tell you right now, as long as you're talking, the Most High ain't going to say nothing. He's a gentleman. He's going to sit back just like this. You ready? Your family done fell apart, ain't it? You ready yet? Or the storehouse is dried up. You ready yet? Or you're sick now, right? You ready yet? You're going to keep going until you're ready to listen. But I'm going to tell you, it's hard to hear when you got headphones in your ear. You must disconnect the cords in order to reestablish the connection. All right? Verse 13.
This spake Haggai, the Most High's messenger, in the Most High's message unto the people, saying, I am with you, saith the Most High.
You say what?
I am with you, saith the Most High.
Now notice how when they stop talking and they listen, the Most High said what?
I am with you, saith the Most High.
Y'all see that? Before, everything was dried up. But when they said, you know what? I'm listening. And the Most High said what?
I am with you, saith the Most High.
We must cut the cords in order to reestablish the connection. Now, let's go to 2 Corinthians 5. We're wrapping this up. I was going to go into some other things, but definitely need to talk about wicked men. Because I don't see no wicked men before me. 2 Corinthians 5, we're going to go into chapter 6 on as well. I know it's smelling good, y'all, but I need y'all to stay with me now.
We don't mind, huh?
You know what I'm saying? I start seeing eyes start doing that right here. I promise you, I ain't
Stay
gonna
on.
Give that eye.
But I started pulling away. Right? Hey man, wrap it up, man. We got about
We got a Bible. We got a Bible, bro.
we got our own Bible. 2 Corinthians 5, let's start at verse 17.
Therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature.
Read that again.
Therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature.
I laugh at people, not to their face, but internally. When people tell me that they are a child of the Most High, and 5 years later, I still see you doing the same thing, talking the same way, going the same place. When the Bible says what?
Therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new
He is
creature.
the what?
A new creature.
Uh-huh.
Old things have passed away.
Uh-huh.
Behold, all things have become new.
Some things become new.
All things have become new.
It's just where I go at on the Shabbat.
All things have become new.
Now, I just stop eating pork.
All things have become new.
All things become new. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. We be treating this Bible like go to Quran. I remember the other night in the Q&A, I'm not going to say no names because they're in here, but a couple people in here. We brought out a particular question about things that are permissible on the Sabbath. And it ruffled some feathers, man, I'm telling you. It ruffled a lot of feathers. My inboxes really went off that day, as if I wrote it. They're like, you messed me up, you messed me up, man. I'm like, hey, man, don't blame me, blame the author, man. But this is the funny thing about it is, I'm being funny right now, but the truth of the matter is that we've really been seeing this Bible like go to Quran. We walk around, we look at the dishes laid out. Give me a little bit of Leviticus 11 right there. Like that, I like that. Deuteronomy 28. Isaiah 53 is popping though. Yeah, that's real love. I want that Jeremiah 30. I'm gonna go over to 31 though. 1 is popping. 30 kind of spicy. This ain't go to corral, man. We gotta take it all in. It's a package deal. And it hurts sometimes. That self-examination, it hurts. It hurts. Now, I thank the Most High, like I said, when I was talking about the beginning now, I got these brothers. And I got my brothers. But I got these other brothers now that I didn't have when I was in the Christian church because I was a pastor. And so no one was holding me accountable, maybe, spiritual fathers. But now I got Ox right there with me, like, yo, Ox, yo, what's up? Say this. We do the Bible, we do the barbershop talk. Barbershop talk, you never even know. You might get cut up that night by your mans. You don't even know. Like, you come on all smiles, and it's your mans that do it. It's your man. You know how they talk about your mom, they say, hey, when you get took out, they send your best friend to do it. But that's kind of how that barbershop talk be going. It be your mans, like you be just built like a couple of hours before that. And then it's your mans bringing out the script like, oh. Bleeding out. It's your mans that do it, It's a beautiful thing. I not only love that, but I love how the Most High is dealing with the sisters now. The sisters and the truth. Oh my God, y'all are special, man. I'll tell you something. We would never allow the muzzle to go on you, on the sister's mouth. You ain't gonna never have to deal with that here. Because there's some things that the sisters be bringing out sometimes, like, you know? As long as I got something to say with it, the sister's mouth will never be Muslim. Because the Most High is dealing with us all. Not only that, but then you see the children. Not the kids, the children. Bringing it out. And that just shows me that the Most High is dealing with everyone in their own individual way. We have to be able to hold each other accountable, because what happens is that whole idea of you can't judge me stuff that they be talking about over there, that's just used to people that gives people an excuse to remain wicked. But over here, you find that law, if you love your brother, you judge him. Because if I don't tell him about this sin, most I say, I don't love you. Huh? So we should not be the same way. I had to repent. Someone did to me the other day. So I was talking about dedication, and I said, yo, last year to this year, I still got a lot of the same things. From the next year to the next, ain't been no improvement. Ain't been no change. I had to repent because the realization hit me like a ton of bricks. We shouldn't go from feast day to feast day and looking the same, being the same, acting the same. There got to be some things that change. And they ain't want you to listen. Let's start with the elders. Y'all know. Don't nobody hold myself more accountable more than me. I'm gonna be transparent before you, because I understand that if I excuse things, I give you justification to excuse things.
That's right, that's right.
And I can't do that.
Can't do it.
Y'all got some issues that he got to get fixed, man. You feel me? So I appreciate accountability. Watch this, verse 18.
And all things are of Yah, who has reconciled us to himself by Yeshua HaMashiach, and was given to us the ministry of
He
reconciliation.
has given to us the ministry of reconciliation. One of the most powerful things, to be able to reconcile. When you fall out, and now you can be able to come back and be one again. Go ahead.
Now then, we are ambassadors for Hamashiach.
We are what?
Ambassadors for Hamashiach, as though Yah,
Skip like them.
to wit that Yah was in Hamashiach, reconciling the world unto himself, not imputing their trespass unto them, and has committed unto us the word of reconciliation. Now then, we are ambassadors for Hamashiach.
Right.
As though Yah did beseech you by us, we pray you in Hamashiach's stead, be ye reconciled to Yah.
So ladies and gentlemen, you understand that an ambassador is someone that is sent to another country. And in that country, they operate the affairs and the business of the country in which they came from. On that place what they call an embassy, the laws of their land is what apply, not the laws in which the land that they're in. So ladies and gentlemen, the blood of Yeshua has made us ambassadors, that even though we're in captivity, the Most High's laws is what rules our house. Right? So wherever you are, you have authority because you serve the Most High. So you must implement yourself and operate as such at all times. You must give people the ability to see you and see your life and be reconciled back to the Most High. When they see you, do they see your fringes or do they see Hamashiach? When they see you, ladies, do they see your hair wrapped in your modest dress or do they see Hamashiach? That's the question that you must ask yourself, because if they only see your outward appearance as a Hebrew, there's a problem. On your job, you must be the light there. You must be the salt there. When you walk into Walmart, when you walk in the food line, when you walk into the department stores, there must be a presence that comes with you. Giving people what? The ministry of reconciliation. Because this whole idea right here, oh, it's just about me, and I'm over here doing me. Nah, that's done. We got to get these people, man.
That's right.
And if you're burning the bridges, some of you not even burning them. You're Hiroshima and Nagasaki the bridges. Listen, you tearing up the whole land like the land is inhabitable now. Can't even go back. Listen, Don't go over to people's house in a couple weeks, kicking Christmas trees over and ripping down reeds. When they bring the ham out with the pineapple on there, so y'all still here, huh? Still here, huh? You ain't learned yet, have you? Nah. That's not how you do it. You're only causing more problems when you push them farther away. You must be the ministry of reconciliation. You are the ambassadors. If they're not going, it's on us. That's who he's holding accountable. If they're not saved, it's on us. But if they don't want to be a part of it, then that's on them. Huh? Verse 21.
For he has made him to be sin for us who knew no sin, that we might be the righteousness of Yah in him.
And my aunt was bringing this out the other day, talking about the fact that, Yashir was talking about that yesterday at 7 Day Harvest, when he was talking about the fact that Hamashiach in Matthew 5 tells us that our righteousness must exceed the righteousness of the Pharisees. If the only thing you're talking about is your law keeping, that's a problem. Because the Pharisees kept the law. That's why he told them, he said, do what they say, but don't do what they do. They're telling you the truth, but they live in a lie. You gotta stop, you gotta be more careful what y'all listening to, man. Listen, we do the Q&A on Tuesdays, but I don't have time all week to go back and forth every day with some madness that you done heard from some other guy. Okay? Every day. Listen, man. If you ain't hearing it come from us, this family that you got, don't even listen to these guys. Well, man, you know, that's you said something real. Everybody says something real. The devil says some real talk. But you know what our man under 3 Stacks said? He say real talk.
I don't trust.
Probably don't trust you. Because I need to see it. You got to be this thing. Huh? Chapter 6, verse 1. We're almost done.
We then, as workers together with him, beseech you also that ye receive not the grace of Yah in vain.
You receive not the grace of Yah in vain. How is it in vain? Go ahead.
For he saith, I have heard thee in a time accepted, in the day of salvation have I secured thee. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation.
Y'all see that? Y'all was saved for this time. Another conversation I haven't too often, especially with younger people is, man, why do I have to be born now? Why does that be happening now? You know what? I really am not insensitive to that. Because I really feel bad for what's happening to young people. Missing their proms, missing their graduations, missing all of these things. I do feel bad about that. But what you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, is that you were born for this time because the Most High put something in you. He entrusted you with this time. You must realize that the prophets of old, they wish they could be here right now. They prophesied and declared these days, but yet the Most High chose you to be here. You must take that as an honor, because your children will usher into kingdom. I'm like Mark right now. I may not get that with you, but you best believe when that start crack, you're gonna hear your boy in the background saying, "What it do? What it brew?" I'm coming. Come. Watch this. Verse 3.
Giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed.
Read that again.
Giving no offense in anything,
Giving no offense in anything,
that the ministry be not blamed.
that the ministry be not blamed. Because guess what? They're not going to say, yo, Deke was off. They're going to say Better Days off. They're going to say the Israelites is off. I know, sorry, man. Just right here beside. Tricky, bro. You know that's what they say, right?
Yeah.
They say Israel. Man, y'all Israelites. Y'all Israelites. They're talking about a video of some guy in New York, and I'm standing here looking at you right here. You're telling me about a guy you saw over there.
Right.
So we got to be careful that we give no offense, right? Verse 4.
but in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of Yah in much patience,
And patience?
in affliction,
Uh-huh.
in necessities, in distresses, in stripes, in imprisonments, in tumults, in labors, in watchings, in fastings.
So whatever you're going through, we have to be on point at all times. And I'm not saying this to brag, I'm just telling you the reality of it. My ox that's closer to me, they know. But some of the messages y'all got back in late August, September, October, y'all don't even know what it took for me to do it. Y'all don't even know. I had the ox late. I had to come in, and I was barely making it out. But as far as the people knew, nobody knew. I'm not going to sit back and blame the people and say, well, I'm taking it all. Y'all should give me some time. No. Every day that I wake up, I'm proclaiming this truth. Okay, I feel what's going on, what the Republicans talk about, what they got planned for me, what Trump tweeted, what he didn't tweet, who he approved, what he didn't approve, what the Proud Boys are saying. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It's going to happen with the rapping and clapping. Whether we're going to preach this word or whether we got to clap it. Because I ain't worried about nobody coming to me. I'm going to say something to y'all, and some of y'all are going to be really upset. The Most High didn't give me the release to bring this out into the day. Now, I don't want y'all to be mad at me. This is what happened. A few weeks ago, I was in Greensboro, right after the conference the night, at the Set Apart Conference. When I came back to the hotel, dude put a strap out on me.
What?
Yeah. Right. So we in the back, right? Pulling the parking space. And he feels as if the car was too close. But I'm like, yo, brother, you over the line right here. I'm not gonna go park way over there when you the one that park right. I was like, he calling back and forth. I'm like, bro, you sounded stupid right now. So I walk up to him, I'm walking to the door, and dude pulled a strap out. Right? I just stopped. I looked at him and said, brother, you don't even know what you're doing right now. What you mean? You walking up on me, brother? See, you think I'm by myself, but I'm not. You don't even know who you're talking to right now. You can't do nothing to me. The person that you can't see is the one you better be worried about. It's like, man, you talking that religious stuff. Nah, I'm talking what I know. Brother, you about to get a sword to the chest and you don't even know it. You're talking stupid right now. You need to put that gun up. You don't know what I got. When I get on this phone right now, bro, I call, bro, they rushing the spot. And that's only if I call. I don't gotta call. So we sitting out there going back and forth. He got the strap and I told my man, it's a crazy world, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, brother, listen, you don't know what it is. You're talking stupid right now. You're just pulling your gun out here. You got cameras and all this out here. They shooting us dead in the street. And you pulling a gun out at a hotel. What you doing, man? I said, brother, to my man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I gotta give respect. I said, brother, you got a gun in your hand pointing at me, and I ain't flinched. What you thinking about? What that tell you right now? That you crazy? Nah, just I know something you don't know. And I know somebody you don't know. Long story short, dude put the gat up. I ended up sitting on the steps, brought this truth out to him. Gave him a card. Like, yo, man, hit me up, man. I was like, he got a little construction business. I told him, man, hit me up. We can do some work. Get you some work. He said, you need to chip with that heat, bro. That ain't do nothing to bring depth to me. I'm by myself as far as you think. Bro, I'm never by myself. So I say that to you guys, not to, whatever. I'm letting you know that you always protect you. You always got to know that the Most High is with you. But also, when you're in a situation, you got to remain calm and stand your ground, because you never know what it can lead to. The first incident was just a smack him in the face. That's the first thing. And then I just stood there. When he pulled the gat out, I just kept walking. And then he pointed at me. I said, brother, you're looking real stupid right now. And he thought I was going to be shook. And I was just like, bro, I'm not flinching. It doesn't matter because you can't kill me unless it's my time. I got work to do. I already know I'm not going nowhere. So the only one that's going to leave here is you. Oh, you talking crazy. Nah. You know what I mean? So, yes, sir.
With that, you got, bring out Psalm 119, verse 165.
Bring it out. So, but when I said all that to say this is, you never know how a situation can start and how it can end. Because the very last thing he thought was pulling out a heat on me, there was no more disgrace. Because I started to just walk on in the thing, but I was like, that's something that needs to be said here. He's sitting out there smoking loud. So I talked to him, I said, listen, you out here smoking and all this, they're telling me right now you got some issues. You got some problems. I got the answer to those problems. It's up to me what you want to do. Talk for 25 minutes, man.
All praises.
All praises. Psalm 119, verse 165. Bring it out.
Great peace have they which love thy law.
Read that again.
Great peace have they which love thy law.
Great peace have they that love thy law,
And nothing shall offend them.
and nothing shall offend them.
Hallelujah.
All praises. Cold himself. So you must understand, ladies and gentlemen, we can't talk this thing, we gotta live it. I know I'm gonna have some separate conversations after this. Sorry. But I live this, man. I ain't just talking, man. This happened a long time ago. I was on the release to share it today. All right? Watch this. Verse 6.
By pureness, by knowledge, by long suffering, by kindness, by the Holy Ghost, by love unfeigned, by the word of truth,
By what?
by the word of truth, by the power of Yah, by the armor of righteousness on the right hand and on the left.
Y'all see that? And that's what I got. That's what you got. That's why I'm not moving. That's why it don't matter. I know where I'm going. I know what I got to do. I'm not worried about nobody can do anything to me. Can't do nothing to me. I know that because I've seen it. You understand? Watch this. Verse 8.
By honor and
By
dishonor,
honor and dishonor,
by evil report and good
it
report.
don't make no difference what you say about me. Whether it's good or bad, I'm still going to do the work. Go ahead.
As deceivers and yet
You
true.
see that? It don't make no difference what comes to us. We must do the work. Go ahead.
As unknown and yet well known.
Uh-huh.
As dying and before we live. As chastened and not
You
killed.
see that? Go ahead.
As sorrowful yet always rejoicing.
As what?
As sorrowful yet always rejoicing.
Right?
As poor yet making many rich.
Read that again.
As poor
As poor,
yet making many rich.
yet make it what? Y'all see that? Go ahead.
As having nothing
As having nothing,
yet possessing all things.
y'all see that? It don't make a difference. We're going to do this work. How we going to do it? Go down to verse 14.
Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
Uh-huh.
For what fellowship has righteousness with unrighteousness?
Uh-huh.
And what communion has light with darkness?
I love you, man. But if it ain't about Torah, Most High Christ bless. It's as simple as that. This ain't no black thing no more. Israel or not, sick, nothing to talk about. Go ahead.
And what concord has Hamashiach with Baal? Or what part has he that believeth with the infidel?
No part. Talking about building in the community. If I see BML on anything, I'm out. I'm out. Simple as that. No black lives can't matter. Can't matter because you're lying to me. You're teaching me witchcraft. Can't matter to me. You're telling me I can be a girl if I want to. My life can't matter to me. I told y'all the other day about, we saw the image on the abortion clinic. It was an abortion clinic, and on the door it had Black Lives Matter. That's an oxymoron. When are you going to go outside of there and protest? Let's go one cop shooting a black man versus the abortion clinic. Let's match the numbers. But you don't got no problem with that. Ladies, be careful, man. Be very careful when these women come to you talking about women empowerment. You better ask them, what power you trying to empower me with? We're sticking together as women. Be careful. You might be talking to Jezebel. One thing I love about my Israelite sisters, you guys believe in your man. You still stand in the man. Not only your man, but the man of Israel. Be careful when these ladies come to you talking about, yeah, we stand up for sister rights, right to be wicked, a right to be unsubmissive, a right to murder your babies. Be careful. Right? Go ahead.
What agreement has the temple of Yah with idols?
Hold on. You said what?
What agreement has the temple of Yah with idols?
This is what we was going back and forth with the other day when we did the lesson, truth over tradition. Telling me that you with the Most High, but all of your holidays worship and celebrate idols, which are the gods of the Gentiles. You can't tell me that you're in the temple of Yah, but yet you're celebrating Gentile gods. You can't do both. Go ahead.
For ye are the temple of the living Yah.
For what?
For ye are the temple of the living Yah.
Right.
As Yah has said, I will dwell in them.
I'm going to dwell in who?
Dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their Yah, and they shall be my
We're
people.
talking about the children of Israel. And we're talking about spiritual Jews. They don't exist. I have not yet seen that verse, spiritual Jews. Still waiting on it. Maybe it's in an unreleased version of the Bible. Maybe it's in the, yeah. You know what version, you know what that Bible's good for, right? Barbecue. Winter got some cold months coming, throw it in the stove. The stove will be. Right? Verse 17.
Wherefore come out from among them.
Nah, go ahead and chill with them, man.
Wherefore come out from among
Nah,
them.
man, just go ahead and join the organization.
Wherefore come out from among
Nah,
them.
it's cool, man, because, everybody need love.
Wherefore come out from among them. And be ye separate.
Nah, we together.
Be ye separate.
Black power.
Be ye separate.
Black lives matter.
Be ye separate. Saith the Most High.
Said who?
The Most High.
Nah, the veteran said that.
The Most High. And touch not the unclean thing.
Nah, man, I sanctify it.
Touch not the unclean thing.
Right?
And I will receive it.
Notice that he said you got to do all those things before he said I will receive it. Cutting the cords in order to reconnect, reestablish the connection. Verse 18.
I will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Most High Almighty.
Saith the Most High Almighty. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. What y'all looking at? Y'all need a few more minutes? All right. While they need a few more minutes, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. We're going to go to Psalms 18 right quick. We're done, but we're just doing this time. Psalms 18. Is there anything that needs some clarity? Feel free to ask. But we always like to end the lesson off with some good news, right? Psalms 18.
Yeah.
I might have to go back with y'all.
Ain't nothing to be mad about.
I might have to go back with y'all, Marshall. Pretty bad. Psalms Psalms 18. Start at verse 1.
I will love thee, O Most High, my strength.
Hold on. Now, hold on, y'all. Now, I know y'all ready to eat now, but come on now. Come on. Let's stay focused. We almost done. Read that again.
I will love thee, O Most High, my strength.
Uh-huh.
The Most High is my rock,
Right.
and my fortress, and my deliverer, my Yah, my strength, in whom I will trust.
Right.
My buckler, and the horn of my salvation, and my high tower.
See that? This is what we reestablished in the connection. Just go ahead.
I will call upon the Most High, who is worthy to be praised.
Right.
So shall I be saved from my enemies.
Read that again.
I will call upon the Most High, who is worthy to be praised.
Uh-huh.
So shall I be saved from my enemies.
Right.
The sorrows of death compass me.
So we got sorrows of death all around us. We know people are dying. We understand that, but go ahead.
And the floods of ungodly men made me
We
afraid.
know we got wicked people all around us. But
The sorrows of hell compassed me about, and the snares of death prevented me. In my distress, I called upon the Most
I
High.
did what?
Called upon the Most
Nah,
High.
I went to Facebook and started talking.
I called upon the Most High.
Nah, I went on Snapchat and went live.
And called upon the Most High.
Right?
And cried unto my Yah.
Now I cried out to my friends.
Cried unto my Yah.
I told them to come see about me.
Cried unto my Yah.
I told them, man, like and share this so everybody can get it out.
Cried unto my Yah. He heard my voice out of the temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ears.
So listen, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's being funny, but I'm saying that because this is what our people do. They say I'm going through something, I'm gonna go live. Listen, let me announce to you. Most I don't need you to go Facebook Live to talk to them. Okay? I know they ask what's on your mind, but they don't care. Only for your exploitation. Okay? They don't care. Okay, I know it may seem like, you know, people going there, you know what I'm saying, start, they write prayers on Facebook. Dear Lord, what? I don't understand. You don't need that, okay? But it's something very key that I need you to see here. Read that verse 6 again.
In my distress, I called.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.
In
Y'all
my,
need to hear this. Go ahead.
in my distress, I called upon the Most
So
High.
yeah, I got hell all around me. I got death all around me. I got pain all around me. But in my distress, I called on the Most High.
And cried unto my Yah.
Right.
He heard my voice.
Now, the reason why I'm going over this is because they telling you to let your voice be heard. And they ain't listening. They ain't heard your voice for 40 years. Stop enslaving me. Stop poisoning my water. Stop breaking up my household. Stop trying to kill my kids. They ain't listening. But when you cried out to the Most High, he did what?
He heard my voice.
He heard my voice.
Out of his temple.
Out of where?
Out of his temple.
Uh-huh.
And my cry came before him.
Uh-huh.
Even into his ears.
Even to his ears. So he's listening. They're not. You don't got to go stand and walk up and down the street with a sign in your hand. Right there in your room. Cry out, and he will hear you in heaven. Watch this. Verse 7.
Then the earth shook
Then the earth shook
and trembled.
and trembled
The foundations also of the hills moved and were shaken because he was wroth.
because he was rocked. Because when you touch his child, that make him upset. How many parents in here right here know when somebody put their hand on your child or say something against your kids, there's a problem. Money coming. Money coming. Go ahead. All right? Y'all see what I'm talking about? I ain't bringing it out. Money's just coming. I ain't making this up. Go ahead. Let's go. Y'all see it, right? I'm just doing the work. Let's go. Yeah, go down to verse 19. I'm saying, you can't make that up right there. Verse 19.
He brought me forth also into a large place.
Then he gonna brought you forth into a large place.
He delivered me because he delighted in
He
me.
did what?
He delivered me because he delighted in me.
Go ahead.
The Most High rewarded me according to my righteousness.
Hold on. You did what?
The Most High rewarded me according to my righteousness.
Wow. So what level of reward does your righteousness bring to you? That's what you need to ask yourself. What level of righteousness will be your reward? So I'm telling you right now, any wickedness, out of it. That's not even a conversation. Go ahead.
According to the cleanliness of my hands.
According to what?
The cleanliness of my hands.
And I'm going to tell you right now, hand sanitizer don't clean your hands when it comes to the Most High. Just want to put that out there. You can go ahead and dump the whole bottle of hand sanitizer on there. If you break and lost statute commandments, your hands is filthy.
I'm bathing it for a while.
Calgon is not taking the sins away. This cannot get you fully clean. With that same blood my sister was saying about earlier. Go ahead.
For I have kept the ways of the Most High, and have not wickedly departed from my
Y'all
Yah.
see that? He's talking about this award because of what?
For I have kept the ways of the Most High,
Right.
and have not wickedly departed from my Yah.
Uh-huh.
For all his judgments were before me,
Right.
and I did not put it away. I did not put away his statutes.
No matter what everybody else is doing. I ain't putting away the statutes before you. Go ahead.
I was also upright before him.
Uh-huh.
I kept myself from my iniquity.
Y'all see the part that we're playing into this? It ain't all on him. So when they tell you, man, you were saved by grace, man, not by works. And you were saved, you ain't rewarded by grace. You're rewarded by your works. You get in the door by grace. What you get is up to you. If you want to be on the outer court, stay on the outer court. But I don't know about you and me, I'm going into the holiest of holies. I'm going all the way in. I'm getting to the point where they got to tell me, that's far enough. Yeah, nah. You know what I mean? But not until then. Keep going. Go ahead.
I was also upright before him. I kept myself from my iniquity. Therefore hath the Most High recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his eyesight. With the merciful, thou wilt show thyself merciful.
What? He said what? Hold on, he said what?
With the merciful, thou wilt show thyself merciful.
How much mercy are you giving to your brothers and sisters? Y'all still holding grudges?
No.
Y'all still bringing up last week, last month, last year? He said, with the merciful, I will show mercy. Go ahead.
And with an upright man, thou wilt show thyself upright.
Uh-huh.
With the pure, thou shalt show thyself pure.
Right.
And with the forward, thou shalt show thyself forward.
Oh, hey. You get it how you want it. Just as the Most High. Go ahead.
For thou wilt save the afflicted people, but will bring down high look.
Read that again.
For thou wilt save the afflicted people,
For I will save the afflicted people.
but will bring down high look.
Mm.
For thou wilt light my candle, the Most High Yah will enlighten my darkness.
Mm.
For by thee I have run through a troop, and by my Yah have I leaped over a wall.
I ain't worried about no wall, man. I ain't worried about nothing. We're gonna do the Babylon bounce up out of here. Ain't no wall can hold us. There's nothing they can do. Go ahead.
As for Yah, his way is perfect. The word of the Most High is tried, and he is the buckler to all those that trust him.
Right?
For who is Yah? Save the Most High.
Well, who is, what you say, what?
For who is Yah?
Who is who?
Yah.
Who is who?
Who is Yah? Save the Most High.
Who is Yah? Sebahaya? Go ahead.
Who is the rock? Save our Yah.
Who is our rock? Say who?
Our Yah.
Sebahaya. That's the question. Who is it? It ain't the Democratic Party. It ain't the Republican Party. It ain't America. It ain't civil rights. It's a higher. No one. Cutting the cords in order to reestablish the connection. We got to cut those cords, ladies and gentlemen. This is the only way we're going to be reestablished in the place that we need to be. We must go from Jacob to Israel to the river. It's the only way. Good. Hallelujah. And give the Most High a round of applause. Cutting the cords to reestablish the connection. Now, y'all may not see me for a while. There's gonna be some people that may want to take me out after the day. So if you don't see me Tuesday night, just understand that I will be resurrected. So I'm probably gonna have to die. Oh no, fam.
They're already coming for you here.
They come in stealth now.
Right now.
Inside y'all's good, baby.
Yeah, Saint. I'm glad. I thought the arrow was gonna hit me when I don't.
Failed.
You have failed Israel. But all praise to the Most High.
Mike's went out there, you know?
Everything, fam. I was over here praying silently, letting out the arrows hit me. Y'all know, man, I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. How many of y'all ready to eat? Okay, so the ones who are Android is gonna eat, everybody else? Most time, Christ bless. Mara King, do you mind coming to bless our food for us? Come on. Let's give her a round of applause. Bless the food. We're gonna eat.
Abba, y'all, we just thank you and praise you for this great word that we heard today. It was uplifting, it was singing, but it was all that we needed to hear. We thank you that we were able to gather for this feast of dedication, this time to come together to remember all that you have done